Talking Tom is a franchise which I really love, and it's pretty hard to identify which is the best era. Whether that be the 2010 to 2016 era, 2015, or 2015 all the way to the 2020 era. In my personal opinion, I'll be covering both eras and what they offered and what they had and comparing them and overall concluding which era was better. Because the community is split between two sides and I honestly don't really know what side I'm on. Though I do have nostalgia for both. The 2015 era kicked off the game Talking Tom. It's a really nostalgic game, but I've never really played this apart from one random time, but it's really nostalgic. Now, Alphabet 7 were just a new game company, and they had the idea to make a talking cat game. The game was a success, so it comes with more games, exactly. So then they decided to make the next game the company released would be called Talking Baby Hippo. They decided to experiment with Talking Baby Hippo instead of Talking Tom. It's a really successful game, but got removed sadly. But we'll go into that later as the new era comes on. Anyway, with that, they decided to make another game. This game was Talking Larry, a game where you could get this bird. You could abuse it by one light, but it was a really fun game. And the game after that was Talking Harry the Hedgehog. You could do many different stuff, as feed him a drink, it would rain, and Alphabet 7 continued their trend of talking games. And then we have Talking Robbie. There was a Samsung version of this where he was silver. Now we have Talking T-Rex. It was a game where you just, make the T-Rex fight, eat food, and have a bone. That's it, really. Talking Santa. Now, it was a really good game. He was featured in Talking Tom and Friends series, which came in a new era, but they changed the design because they gave him glasses. Talking Barack John. This game's weird. I've never played it and probably can never play it because they removed the apps. Talking Gina. I made a full video on Talking Gina about what happens in it, but I'll just do a brief thing. It's this giraffe and you can play games with her. It's a really good game. Next up we have Talking Linda, if I'm correct. It's this fairy. You can sing music, do magic, and other kind of cool stuff. The next game after that is the infamous Yes No Lord, Ben. This game was really fun to play, and you all remember I showed Speed Raging. Of course you do. Anyway, let's get into the other stuff this era had. The company made more games, Talking Tom 2, which was Talking Tom 1, but new animation style and better. Talking Tom Ben News, you can make him fight, it's a really good game. Talking Pierre, which is like the skin but this bird. Talking Jean, I actually made a full video on this, so I can check this out. And Talking Santa and Ginger, it's just when they meet each other, so yeah, that's basically it. This was Ginger's first appearance, and Ginger would obviously change. After that, they released a game called Talking Tom Love Lovers, which introduced a viral drama character Talking Angela. We'll get to that what happened with that later. And Talking Tom's Messenger, where he was messaging friends as Talking Tom. Talking Tom loves Angela. Meanwhile, Talking Tom tries to go to Angela's balcony to speak to her. And then Talking Ginger, which Ginger's first app appearance since Santa. And they switched things up a little bit. Talking Friends Superstars. This was obviously based on the TV show Talking Friends, which you didn't know. Friends. I'm really sorry that the camera's like this. It's just because my phone's not working right now. It's acting pretty stupid. So, yeah, sorry about this. But at least we got some footage. Talking Friends is a TV show made by Disney Disney. Based on the Talking Tom and Friends franchise. It's a really good TV show, but sadly only lasted for 10 episodes. And yes, it's nostalgic as hell. I remember watching it. But yeah, the theme song's so catchy as well. The characters included Tom, Ben, Pierre, and Jin are part of the main cast, and part of the secondary cast, Angela. Anyway, Talking Tom Superstar was like these Tom Superstar with these plush toys you get. And you download the app to make it sing funny noises and stuff. And that's it for this app, I guess. Had I Want to Be Big, which was this game where you play as Ginger and answer puddles and stuff, and Talking Angela. Now, there was like this theory about Talking Angela. There's a guy watching you in his eyes, and it's really a dark theory, which changed the brand almost forever. Down the eye. Now, this was obviously dumb. It was probably some photo took in the room that they had the eyeball planned, and it was behind the eyeball or something. There's no way this was real. People's making stupid stories and videos about it, so Alphabet 7 had to completely rebrand. This era was over, they made Angela's Valentine, which I guess was just a letter to Tom that you could write, and just a collection of Talking Friends cartoons and clips, and Talking Ginger too. After that though, something big happened, and we switched into a new era. So, what happened then? The franchise removed half its games roster. Later in 2016, just removed the whole lot of their old games, except the main gang, of course, and Pierre. Style change for more cartoon-like designs. And this is where one of my favourite eras started. So they decided to hit things off with releasing a little animated short series about My Talking Tom, along with My Talking Tom game. It's like Talking Tom, but you take care of him, you feed him, you take him to the bathroom, and yeah, and you basically play mini games with him. It's a way funner version than the original game. My Talking Angela also came out like a month later. So, yeah, and the new style does look way better animation than the old animation that they had. It was a better move to go for, having cartoon animation. Anyway, after that, they released Talking Tom Messenger, which was like a new advanced series. And Talking Tom Jexty. So like party games. Talking Tom Messenger was based on Talking Tom and Friends, an animated series. Talking Tom Friends ran for 5 seasons, started out in 2015, and went all the way to 2021. And yep, they decided to measure up. And also introduced a new character, Talking Hank. So, of course they needed to make a game of Talking Hank, right? Finally got a spotlight in Talking Tom Bubble Shooter, a game where you basically just have to do something similar to Candy Crush, but in their own style. You can either play as Tom, Angela, or Hank. Most people would probably pick Tom or Angela, but some people might use a new character at the time. In 2015 era, they went on to remaster the first original game with a better model of Talking Tom, a more cartoony model seen in the My Talking Tom apps. Another party game, My Talking Hank got his own game, and another party game. Alphabet 7 kind of changed the art style for a bit to a more cartoony bobblehead design. And all of them were like more party games as well, rather than just talking games. So once more, again to a more Talking Tom Hero style. It was 2D, which was a new series that was going about at the time. After this, I decided to release other games in different countries, and also made My Talking Tom 2 and Talking Tom Hero Dash. Now, yes, Talking Tom and Friends did come later out, but that was in 2020, so that ends this era. Time to talk about the eras together. Once again, I've gone for this footage and it's
cool. That was so realistic.
That's better than it. Sorry. Now, the old era does have something. I can see the art style really.
I don't know what went wrong, Thomas. I followed schematics and used lots of screws, bolts, and nuts.
People miss the old era and how long I've been talking, how long I've been talking to my friends.
Maybe you used too many nuts.
Thomas
made a robot.
Dude, I see that. Wow, it's like a real-life video game.
I'm a cat, not cat food!
And yes, I do know.
This is
do have
totally
nostalgia for the simplicity of this, and because this is something on a Saturday morning that I wake
My
up
tent!
to go and play
No,
on.
that is not cool!
But
Ooh,
honestly,
tumbleweed!
this is a really
For the
good
love of
edit.
feeling, Cat!
You know, but I'm going to be talking about what I really
Hey,
think
I need that
better
controller.
at this point. Well, the other era has much more memorable. As I remember watching them late at night or early in the morning, and just playing the games on the way to places. And playing them in the morning at night time was a bomb. Watching the Sharks cartoons that they made. Watching on Goggletoon. Watching the guy who would make real life Talking Tom videos. This era was honestly the better era. Okay, I know it's a bit weird to jump to clues already, but in my opinion, this staples a really good era for the franchise. And also did manage to keep the franchise alive after a horrible thing what happened with Talking Angela, which was fake just so people could get views and stuff. But yeah, now that I've fully discussed that, my opinion is that the 2015 to 2020 era was the best. Now, the reason why I didn't put the era for today in, because I don't really feel like that competes. The modern era really doesn't have that many good games. Well, they barely don't really make that much games. And I can't really have nostalgia. I mean, I do remember being hyped for Talking Tom and Friends app when it came out. But yeah, now we got to a conclusion. I guess I'll just say my final thoughts and stuff. I finally know what my error is. What I like the most. Be sure to check out my Talking Tom playlist, which I will add this video to soon. It has Talking Tom Iceberg on it, my videos and missing characters as well. Anyway guys, stay cool and bye.